At the time the firehouse was built, which was right at the turn of the century, Tenleytown was a very rural little village of about 1,000 people, and they were farmers, dairymen, a very self-sufficient little village, but they were served by the Georgetown Firehouse at the time, and that firehouse had difficulty getting quickly up the hill from Georgetown to Tenleytown in the event of a fire. And so the firehouse was built right around 1901 to 1903. And at that time, the city was also increasing. There was a citywide increase in firehouses. It was a wave of construction in the city with the roads expanding outside of historic Washington City into what was called Washington County. And so there was a population growth going on citywide and lots of firehouses being constructed in that period. There were horse-drawn engines at that time. Motor vehicle trucks didn't come in until about 1911. So it would have been a horse-drawn carriage with a pump. A two-bay firehouse originally with the doors the size that a horse-drawn carriage could get in. And then with the introduction of the motor trucks, a third bay was added on in the teens, around 1917, I understand. The other interesting thing architecturally is it was designed in what's called the Italianate style, and it's a yellow buff brick, the original brick. And there was this period of growth where different architects were designing municipal buildings. And so that period of growth right before the 1920s was considered an eclectic period because different firehouses were built in different styles. And until the 20s in Tenleytown, there were dairy farms and orchards, and truck farms, people growing vegetables and selling them at market. To me, the firehouse is important because it's one of the rare things that shows this crucial moment in Tenleytown's history, moving from this very rural village-like atmosphere to a more city-connected suburb. And there's just not a lot in the neighborhood. There are bits and pieces of the pre-turn of the century Tenleytown in the neighborhood. I think it's neat that the firehouse is still there and gives us a sense of Tenleytown history.